What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp here for the Fightful.com Wrestling Podcast. March 7th edition. I'm here solo tonight. Don't have anybody else on the show. It's going to be all me as I mute him and I mute him. And there we go. I muted two people right off the bat. It's just Sean Ross Sapp here on the Fightful.com Wrestling Podcast. Nobody else to talk Smackdown with me. I told you guys that Smackdown, or the podcast schedule this week, was going to be a little confusing. It has been, as you can tell. Okay, I guess I'll unmute them one by one. I am joined by the award-winning Jeff Hawkins. I don't know how to unmute you. Oh, damn.
How's that?
Ah, shit.
You don't mute me. No one mutes me.
What the hell, Google?
What happened to you? Hold on. What happened to you, Anna Bauer? Oh, my God.
I've changed. I've changed. I've grown.
And you're no longer wearing anything low cut and don't have that delightful accent. What's going on?
Why you got to bring that up? What a pervert.
You are a perv, Jeff. It's about time everyone realized that if they hadn't already.
Hold on. I'm a man who notices beautiful women.
You are an Anna Bauer fan site.
I am.
What you are.
I'm a fan of Anna Bauer. I like Anna Bauer. What can I say?
So
start by saying
Rob's
nothing.
Here.
Rob's
here. Hi, Rob.
Hi, yeah. I'm strictly here because of Baron Corbin. I am strictly here because of the dreamiest of dream matches ever to main event a WWE Smackdown show. I am a little disappointed because Sean, Smackdown happened not too far away from either of us tonight. And
where the hell was it?
Indianapolis.
Was it?
It was at the Banker's Life, the old Conseco Fieldhouse.
I would have went there
had
I got off work.
I know, but we didn't. I know we didn't go. I mean, if Nikki Bella and John Cena finally teaming up wasn't enough, you had Randy Orton and AJ Styles. And I'm not too disappointed that we didn't go because we didn't get a Baron Corbin singles match. I don't know if they taped any dark matches with them, but no Baron Corbin singles matches. We are getting announced promo, though.
This segment was dark enough for my taste.
Wow.
I'll tell you that right off the bat. We had an opening segment that may have been among the most pointless segments in the history of professional wrestling. Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, they come out. It felt like forever since we saw a proper Shane McMahon entrance, Jeff. Did you long for it? Did you miss it?
No, I didn't.
What's wrong with you?
I like the Shane McMahon entrance in special places. I like watching him shuffle across. You know,
clarify. You like the McMahon entrance in special places? Dude?
Yes, I don't want
it gets you in special places, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it gets me in the feels, Rob. You know that.
I
just want it every so often. I don't want it every week. I don't have to watch him,
every week? I said it felt like it had been a while.
Okay. Well, it sounded like you wanted it every week, Sean Ross.
No.
So we'll just go with that.
So they're out there and they make the case for AJ Styles and Randy Orton. We see Randy Orton burning down the damn compound 10 minutes after they show it at the top of the show.
That was the most annoying part, Sean, is that they recapped this one barn burning segment 2 times in the first 10 minutes. It's like we had this 5-minute long video to open up SmackDown, and then Shane and Daniel Bryan come out to talk about the same exact thing in a more boring fashion. The only difference between the opening video was the fact that they were standing in the ring doing it.
They go on to announce Styles versus Orton tonight. Oh, hot damn, everybody.
I just love that they went to all that trouble. Like, oh, we're going to make a match between these two as opposed to like a bake-off or a spelling bee
or a drink-off.
Or a drink-off.
Happened before.
Yes, that has happened. An arm wrestling contest to see who's number one contender. No, it's going to be a match. So, I mean, look, I forgive it because I find the Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon interplay endearing compared to the Stephanie McMahon, Mick Foley interplay, which I just find grating and drags down a show. But to go that far to say we're having a match between these two when they announced the match last week on Talking Smack, it seems superfluous, much like the recapping of the video they just showed.
Backstage, AJ Styles says there's a conspiracy against him and he's going to take out Randy Orton. We then fast forward to James Ellsworth in the ring, and that tattoo really fits the new clothes that he's wearing. It is perfect. He says he is the Mac Daddy of SmackDown. And all I'm wondering right now, Rob, is where's the lie?
Where's the lie? I mean, James Ellsworth, nothing's wrong with there's no lie there. James Ellsworth is getting the most out of that character that you could possibly get out of it. The SmackDown crowd is whenever his face shows up on the screen, you get a reaction. You get a reaction against this James Ellsworth guy. You don't get that with everybody. The guy's got merch. The guy's got the gimmick. The guy's got TV.
He's got
time.
Carmella on his ass his trunks.
Look, I loved everything about that gear. I did.
That was great.
It looked creepy on him with the leopard print. He's wearing his girlfriend or his friend who is a girl's shirt in its own way. He's wearing the poser hat. It's just a phenomenal look. And yes, the tattoo really, to quote the Big Lebowski, it really brings the room together.
And let's talk about how James Ellsworth has done a lot to actually maintain this role and actually get the gig with WWE, because they didn't just hire this guy because he looked the part. He was playing it up too. I mean, a lot of credit goes to James Ellsworth here. I mean, he's making the most out of this opportunity. And I've said it for 3 months now. I don't know how much longer it can last, but I've been shocked for the last 3 months, and it keeps getting better and better. He's got more merch now. He's got a look. He's got a gimmick going on. I mean, he's in the ring there with John Cena on the road to WrestleMania. We're a month away from WrestleMania. James Ellsworth is in the ring with John Cena, who's the biggest star in the company right now. It's crazy to think of how far this has gone in 3 months.
Miz and Maurice come out, and I thought this was a good way to get Nikki and John Cena to work from underneath during that commercial break, because you're not just going to have a 2-second match here, even though you can. Maurice and Miz it distracts Nikki, and Carmella hits a kick. Nikki and Cena very quickly after the break, though, hit double 5-knuckle shuffles. I guess that's a 10-knuckle shuffle, and man, Nikki did not know what she was doing.
She was lost.
You would think she had never watched a John Cena match. They hit their finishers in stereo, then STFs to get the win.
I got news for you.
5-star classic you wanted, Jeff?
I got news for you. I think this is how the match at WrestleMania ends too.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm not. This is a preview. I think I just really. I'm not a fan of it, but I did like. You know what? Again, going back to Ellsworth, I thought Ellsworth and Carmella were pretty darn fantastic in this match, doing the comedy geek bit.
I did too.
That they were doing, and especially when Carmella was stepping to John Cena, and then all of a sudden Nikki goes in with the forearm. I thought that was pretty nice little spot. And then the Miz's promo afterwards. I'm interested to hear your guys' takes on that.
I liked it. Where Miz says, but here's the thing. When Miz is putting over how much he actually loves Maurice, it's awful babyface-ish. Like, okay, cool, man. And he says Nikki and John Cena weren't even allowed to be mentioned on TV for a long time. I thought that was an interesting line. Rob, first off, do you think Miz really loves Maurice?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah.
On that one. And I think she really loves him too. If I actually had to put odds on who loves the other more, I think Maurice. Look at the way Maurice looks at Miz. I mean, she loves that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's done. Maybe he does the dishes at home. I don't know, but she loves him.
Maybe he and Ellsworth can feud over Top Hog and
no. Don't
SmackDown.
Don't
Maybe you can shut your face.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
No, we won't. No, we won't.
We will. Orton's backstage. He says Styles should probably just run. Okay. Kurt Hawkins is out, who is called Chad by Morrow.
Let me ask something. Hold on. Let me ask something about that segment, about the Randy Orton thing. Do you think that Orton just decided to take the whole script of I repeat the question back to the interviewer and just kept going without even looking, without like poor Renee do her thing at all, is as if to make fun of the whole thing. Because that's what it felt like to me. It's like, what are you going to ask me, Renee? How do I feel going into this match? Let me tell you, that kind of thing. And just Renee just keeping straight character the entire time. If that's what happened, that was fantastic.
Well, Chad Hawkins is out, to which JBL has been consistently improving, because David Otunga said, "That's Kurt Hawkins, Morrow," and JBL goes, "Who cares?" Because who does care?
Another blight on the Hawkins name. Thank you.
What sucks about having
I'm going to cut you all off here.
Go
He
ahead.
was the star of this segment, and it wasn't even close.
No.
Because
wrong.
Ambrose and Corbin laid down some stinky, messy turds on that mic.
Ambrose did for sure. I mean, we can all agree that Ambrose was the third of the three there, right? I mean, we can absolutely agree on that. I'd put him behind Morrow too. I'll give Morrow above Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose was bombing hard. He was trying to transition as quickly as he could because the crowd was not really that into what Dean Ambrose was saying. But all Baron Corbin had to do was be backstage and be like, I'm doing things on my terms. I don't care who you are. I'm going to take everything you want. It's not like it was a great promo by any means, but it certainly wasn't bad. And the biggest thing I look for in Baron Corbin is the fact that he goes out there and it's not like he's reading lines to me. I mean, I don't see it as him reading lines. I see him going out there and speaking as Baron Corbin would speak. At least he's himself out there.
We see him not speaking like that on Talking Smack all the time. When he's talking to Daniel Bryan, he's not like
that. Yeah, that's a different issue though. And I've seen him really good on Talking Smack too, especially speaking to Daniel Bryan. I've seen good and bad of Baron Corbin, but Baron Corbin on live television is a different story. A lot of these guys on live television is a different story, and you don't always see these new up and coming guys go out there and be themselves. You don't see that. You feel like people are playing different characters on TV. Baron Corbin seems like he's playing himself. And you saw that on Breaking Ground. If he could just do what he's doing on Breaking Ground, he would be a top flight promo in WWE, and it could be eventually. He's not top flight right now, but he was certainly
better on Breaking Ground. Much better.
Yeah. Well, Breaking Ground was a Tony Award winning show. And yes, I know the Tonys are for plays. I don't care. Stop it. Let's talk about this Mauro Ranallo, first of all. I needed to say that this is a problem with the 4-man booth, by the way.
Yeah.
Mauro Ranallo calls him Chad Hawkins, right? And you hear immediately that all three guys around him are trying to correct him. And one of them's trying to correct him like very subtly, like, Mauro, it's Kurt. And the other guys are like, no, it's Kurt Hawkins. You're an idiot. Like, there's too many people talking. Tom Phillips needs to go, or Mauro needs to go. I don't know. 3 of the 4 need to go. Just put David Otunga out there by himself and just call SmackDown. That'd be a bad idea.
Mute button's about to come back into effect. Ambrose goes looking for Corbin since Corbin won't come for him. Corbin attacks Ambrose with a pipe.
And with a security guard.
And throws a security guard at him. Then drops a forklift on Ambrose, to which you get camera work like this to avoid. Yeah. Imagine if you were a production company that hired a cameraman and that's the work they did. You'd fire them.
You are the
Jeff,
best.
why is this acceptable in the realm of WWE?
Because it became acceptable quite a while ago with the handy cam, with the advent of it. I just love that he has a forklift and his first inclination is to crush him with the pallet with the lifter, as opposed to say,
how do you know
piercing
that was
him?
His first? How do you know that was his
Running
first
him over.
inclination, as opposed to where the fuck is Judy Bagwell?
I gotta say, I actually think Baron Corbin showed some restraint there, because I think his first inclination was to run him over and kill him. But Baron was like, no, if I do that, I don't have a match at WrestleMania. Maybe I'll just hurt the guy a little bit and crush him down there. I mean,
Rob,
the Rock and Mankind.
Hold on, Rob. He could have won by forfeit.
Replay.
He could have won by forfeit if he had run him over.
There isn't a match yet. No, you couldn't win by forfeit. Who are you?
He doesn't show up. It's perfect.
There's no match announced yet.
We now have motive for every unsolved murder on Earth.
It's Baron
They just
Corbin.
wanted to win wrestling match
He's got to win.
by forfeit.
He's got to win a wrestling match. He's got to get the match first. I don't even know. That's not an announced match, is it? It's not official. It could be
No.
on Talking Smack soon.
It is not.
Good. Yeah.
So, Rob, to your point, maybe scripting people
Did I make
isn't
a
a
point?
bad idea because this blissertation segment happened.
I thought, well, yeah, the Blisser, Alexa Bliss was still pretty good here in a lot of ways.
She was fine.
She was great. Mickey James acting when Natty hurt her feelings. That could have that was a disaster in a lot of ways.
I thought she was the best on the mic, though. I thought
Who,
Mickey
Mickey?
was by far the best on the mic. Yeah.
Mickey was fine. Yeah, no, I actually didn't hate anyone on the mic in this segment. Becky Lynch maybe a little bit. But I mean, it was a segment. I don't know if anyone had a clue what they were doing. Alexa Bliss was going right into her promo as we're going into commercial break. So who even knows if you're in the Indianapolis crowd what you heard for the next 2 minutes after that?
Guys,
I'm gonna guess you
just-
heard Alexa Bliss's promo twice. Is what I'm guessing.
I just want to remind you that every time you say WrestleMania, point to the sign.
Sorry,
I need a sign in here. I need a sign.
that's south. So the sign is that way, 200 miles south that way.
And that's what drove me nuts about Becky, is she said WrestleMania like 4 times, and every time she had to point at the
Well,
sign.
it's not just the
Jesus.
pointing on this show too. It's the camera angle with everyone in
Yeah.
the ring and the WrestleMania sign. As soon as you see someone start to point, you know they're cutting to that camera angle. It's like Kevin Dunn is in the back. All right, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, WrestleMania sign, camera 2, WrestleMania sign.
The only line I liked in this was Alexa Bliss asking if Natalia got into the catnip.
Oh, the Indianapolis crowd loved that. Oh, well, that line as well as the play on Bret Hart's slogan. I think that was by
That was
far
good.
some of the biggest heat we've had on this particular show in a long while. When she starts telling Natty she's the worst there is, the worst there was. That was pretty good stuff right there. Alexa Bliss.
Well,
Coming into her own.
she recovered because I thought she started slow. Mickey James insinuates she gets a title shot, and then Alexa's like, no. Like, I'm wondering who Alexa was going to announce. Probably La Luchadora. I hope La Luchadora. Daniel Bryan comes out and says she will face every available woman on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Who, in addition to these women, will be in this match, Rob? And what kind of match do you think it is at WrestleMania?
I think Carmella is going to be in that match, but that's kind of it. Tamina probably, and then if Kelly Kelly's coming back, Kelly Kelly will be in it. Whatever
Right.
former women's superstars they have will come back into this. It's going to be, I don't know if it's a battle royal. I don't know if it's going to be like a Royal Rumble type match. I doubt that particularly. I just think everyone will be in there. Everyone will be in there, and whoever gets the first pin, it could be a championship scramble on steroids. I don't know. How do you do it if there's 5 or 6 people in the ring at the same time? What do you do? Is it a gauntlet where you pin somebody like the tag team match a couple of weeks ago? Is it going to be where you finally pin somebody and then the next person comes in? I don't know. But Kelly Kelly's coming in this match.
Jeff, are we getting
3 words. All red everything.
ahead.
One could
Ooh.
only hope.
Eva Marie,
Ooh.
baby.
Hey, you know what? I would love if they made this a ladder match. Everybody beat the shit out of each other. And then Eva Marie finally shows up, climbs the ladder, grabs the title. That's it. That's the way to do it. Daniel Bryan comes out. Well, I already told you that. And then he sets up a Holla Holla tag team match, which everybody finds a way to screw up when they announce. It is a tag team match.
Let me holler at you,
Leia.
Leia. Yeah.
It is not a Holla Holla tag team match.
Well, I maybe he just really wanted to give one of them a one-on-one match with The Undertaker, and he was just trying so hard to hold that in because it wouldn't make sense, and he just didn't know what to do.
Man.
I'm loving this bit Rob's playing tonight. I'm sorry.
Jesus. Becky Lynch, immediately I noticed the thing. She did 4 straight moves that left her opponent's shoulders on the mat, which is the point of a professional wrestling match. And then she decided to go for the pin after Alexa Bliss sat up. Mickey James' pants are terrible, but despite her shitty pants, she's still pretty good in the ring. She hit a Mickey Rana, and there's a funny spot where Mickey almost runs into Natalia and doesn't know where she is in the ring. There was a real missed opportunity to not have Becky Lynch knee a downed opponent like her boyfriend did on the UFC fight last weekend
And still lose.
and still lose. He whipped Alcantara's ass, but then got tapped with a knee bar. Natalia then turned on Becky. Alexa and Mickey win. After the match, Mickey gets a Mick kick, and Alexa sold it like a gem, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I wanted more of the beatdown on Becky. I wanted that kind of that Assassin's Ivankov on Dusty Rhodes with Ole beatdown. And then as they're leaving, Mickey just kicks Alexa in the back of the head. But I liked this. I liked the final kick. I liked that. The natty one, I think we knew it was coming. But I did like the Alexa Mickey James interplay at the end there. I really did.
Rob, any serious thoughts on this segment?
No, I mean, I'm excited to see what they do at WrestleMania because I think that's the match where you get whoever they're, re-signing to come back into it. It's a shame there's not going to be any one-on-one women's match on WrestleMania, but you get what you get. This is going to be the division where they throw everyone inside of there.
Do they do a story where they hint that Daniel Bryan is out there looking for more women to sign to be quote unquote available, or do they just kind of leave these as surprises and they just keep getting worse and worse for Alexa Bliss?
You might get everyone as a surprise except for one. Maybe there's a tease that we're going to bring someone back. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if you give any of the surprises away on SmackDown itself. So yeah, I'm thinking everything's going to be a surprise. It'll be like what was it? Not the Legends Battle Royal, but the gimmick Battle Royal.
Who do they have available? They got Eve Torres could show up.
Could possibly.
Beth Phoenix, they'll be in town.
Beth Phoenix is going to be there. That would be pretty cool if Beth Phoenix is there. A little
Victoria.
You got Victoria, you got Kelly, you got Candice Michelle, maybe? No, probably not.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Brooke Tessmacher. That's been a rumor.
Melina's still around somewhere.
Summer Rae, give Summer Rae something to do. Trade her to SmackDown so she can be in this match.
She's hurt.
Maria Kanellis.
Maria is still around. Maria is a free agent now.
Yeah.
Emma could show up here.
I like the Emma one.
What are the odds of AJ Lee?
0 probably.
You know what?
What about?
Hold on. No, I think there's a small chance. I think it's a singular number with the lawsuit, but she does have a book coming out in April. There is a very small chance that they may use that to cross promote. A very small one.
What would be even better is Thea Trinidad as AJ Lee.
A part of AJ Lee tonight will be played by Thea Trinidad
and Tessa Blanchard as Paige.
Also, Caitlyn. The newly single Caitlyn may have some renewed interest in doing such a thing.
Possibly, yeah. She's got a new website to promote with an extra Z. So yeah, I mean, there's something going on there. There's a lot to choose from. But
Devin Taylor, we'll bring Devin Taylor in just for a shot.
Who is Devin? What is that, Devin Taylor? Stop it.
I think it'll just be Kelly and Victoria. I think we're not going to get that much more. I mean, how long is this gauntlet going to go? What is this going to be? A half hour match?
Eva Marie.
Listen, they got to make WrestleMania 9 hours this year.
It's a long show.
This match is going to be on the pre-show. It's going to be on the pre-show. So.
For the women's championship.
WrestleMania being long. It's WrestleMania. I'm okay with it being long.
I'm okay. I mean, WrestleMania Day is an all-day thing. You know what you're getting into for it. Mm-hmm. Most of the people there are going to be at wrestling shows 5 times in the week prior. So not most, but some.
Me.
Randy Orton defeated AJ Styles. Styles started off with some nice headlock work. Orton sold the hell out of AJ Styles' leg kicks and followed up with a pretty awesome overhead suplex. AJ Styles shoots a really quick single leg. Orton busts out a full Nelson slam out of nowhere. That was kind of nice. There's not really a whole lot to break down outside of they just had some awesome wrestling going on. The finish of the match came when Styles had scouted the RKO on the phenomenal forearm, but then missed a 450 splash, and Orton hits a pop-up RKO and wins. Mm-hmm. This was fun stuff. This is maybe the best Orton match I've seen in a while.
That end sequence to defy expectations is my favorite of the year so far. I loved that they did not pay off on the RKO on the first one. I liked that they made AJ Styles a smart competitor. I think that does a lot for AJ Styles' character. Even if he's only getting a match with Shane McMahon, I think that does a lot for him. And I think AJ Styles, I mean, especially on that full Nelson slam, was bumping like a champ for Randy Orton. I really enjoyed this match a lot.
I'm not 100% positive on how they built up this eventual Shane and AJ Styles match, because Shane, by the way, was the one in AJ's corner. Yeah, sure, he didn't make the ultimate decision to give AJ Styles the match at WrestleMania, but Shane was the one pushing. And we all know why you can't do Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, but AJ Styles should be mad at Daniel Bryan, not Shane McMahon. And yet on Talking Smack tonight, or on this backstage thing on WWE.com, they have another clash between AJ and Shane. So that match is continuing to get on that road. But the match itself was great. The match was fantastic. Randy Orton getting the win. We all knew that match was happening. We're back to where we were at the end of January, though. I mean, it's been a month and a half of just getting us to the same place. And I don't think they really told the story of AJ versus Shane very well. And now they're going to have 3 weeks to try and really ramp it up. And it's not going to make a whole ton of sense. People are going to be happy that AJ Styles is getting a singles match at WrestleMania. It'll be against Shane. It's going to be a high importance match, but I don't think we're really getting a story behind it that's very good.
Yeah, and I think they could.
Hold the hell on. They started the Shane Styles stuff right after, because Morrow announced on 205 Live that they got into a fight backstage. They're going to show it on Talking Smack. Go ahead.
That's right. They're going to fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should probably. They may have held off this match for a week while they built that Shane storyline and then paid it off. I'm still kind of surprised. I'm surprised that there was a clean finish to this match, because I was coming in expecting Bray Wyatt to interfere in some way, and that would help fuel AJ's anger. But I'm kind of glad we didn't. I mean, I don't mind the clean pin per se. I don't think it hurts AJ in any way, especially since they made him seem intelligent in the loss.
Somebody asked why they're doing this match. Probably because they wanted to get Shane on the show. It's somebody else that people are familiar with, and they feel confident that AJ Styles can get something out of Shane McMahon. Now, I'm surprised after Shane McMahon almost died at Survivor Series that they're doing this. Rob, your thoughts?
He almost is almost. He didn't die, so put him right back out there. Shane McMahon is a name. I mean, it's honestly, of the people available, it's the biggest match you could give AJ Styles. So why not? Let's go do it.
Listen, we just said available name, Devin Taylor.
Yes. The thing about that is that's not happening. So let's do this one.
You know what? I even put more into the fact that I think Vince McMahon thinks Shane McMahon is a bankable draw given last year's WrestleMania, being that he's the guy who, quote unquote, saved last year's WrestleMania, and that the McMahons are, quote unquote, celebrities synonymous with the brand. I don't just think that it's AJ getting something out of the guy. I think he thinks Shane McMahon is most of the draw here, and that AJ is going to go along with him, and that'll help AJ.
Let's remember, Shane McMahon versus Undertaker drew the house last year. So Shane McMahon's the biggest draw there is.
Also, on this show, Mojo Rawley announced that he would be entering the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Jeff Hawkins, does Mojo get it done?
Sean, the name is Kurt Hawkins. What are you, Morrow now? It's Kurt Hawkins, not Jeff, not Chad.
Thanks, Anna. No.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. No. I mean, it was his babyface push lasted exactly 1 week, which is very weird.
He won a battle royal. He's got the experience.
He came off really well on that Talking Smack, came out, won that battle royal, and then promptly got crushed. So, I mean, no, he's not winning it.
You know who's going to fill out that battle royal, though, is the entire SmackDown tag division. I don't think we have a tag team title match on WrestleMania on the SmackDown side. I think your Raw tag team title will be the only tag team title match, and the SmackDown guys will just fill out the battle royal, and that's it. I don't see.
Does Braun throw out the entire? Does Braun throw out the entire SmackDown tag roster?
I hope.
Yeah,
I hope.
Yeah, I could see it getting down to Braun and Mojo possibly as a Raw versus SmackDown.
I want Braun to eliminate everyone from this battle royal. Every single person.
Every single one.
That's how you rehab him from a clean Roman Reigns loss. There you go.
Yep.
Outlaw Ron Bass passed away. Jeff.
Yes. Cowboy Ron.
Thoughts,
I always think of him as Cowboy Ron Bass, not Outlaw Ron Bass. But Ron Bass was, when I started watching wrestling, he was in the Jim Crockett promotion at the time, still teaming with Black Bart as the Long Riders, being managed by J.J. Dillon, and then they eventually had a split. Then he turned face, and he was a decent baby face, but he was such a natural heel. It seemed almost out of character until he went, and then he went to the WWF as kind of a mid card heel and feuded with Sam Houston and Brutus Beefcake, I believe, was his biggest feud, and he lost a hair versus hair match there, and eventually just kind of went to the to the independents after that. But good mid card brawler. Heel. I believe he fought at one Starrcade for the Brass Knuckles title that the NWA still had. He's kind of in that same, for me, that same kind of level as Manny Fernandez, as a guy who was really good for that kind of territory, but was never going to be the sports entertainment type superstar. He was a guy who had toughness and could brawl and bled a lot. And and had a decent promo. He wasn't a great promo, but it was a pretty good promo.
During a 1.5-year stretch, he was on like 5 WWF pay-per-views, and all of his matches had at least like 10 people in them, whether it be the Royal Rumble or Survivor Series. He was a part of a pretty decent one.
So he's Dolph Ziggler, basically.
He got paid off by the $1 Million Man in the King of the Ring, too, didn't he?
Yeah,
to act injured. That's my WWF. That and he did a promo with a horse, which was just lame. But
he had a good match with Tito Ortiz, Tito Santana. Oh man, but condolences to his family, friends, fans. Sucks to see somebody go. Apparently passed away of a burst appendix.
Ooh,
yikes. Rob.
Hi, Sean.
You're here, and
why
you look like you're in a closet.
Why still do you think I'm here? Why do I look like I'm in a closet?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have these closets, so
I have these shelves behind me. I had a shelf. Yeah, but it's white. It's all white. Every wall.
Well, there ain't no hats on the damn shelf. What's going on with that?
There is. Hold on. There is.
Eat it.
It's a good hat too. It's a good hat.
Oh, look at that.
It's my Joey Votto is too scared to play in the World Baseball Classic hat. That's what that is.
Missed the new era. Like anybody cares about the World Baseball Classic.
Team Canada had to go get an American first baseman to play for him, Mr. Fred E. Freeman.
Hold on, everybody put on Cincinnati hats and suck up to Sean Ross Sapp.
Listen, I've got a Kentucky Kicks Ass shirt on right now.
Oh. Well, you're going to regret that in what? The first round is next Thursday. So a week and a half. You'll regret that.
Ooh,
it's in regards to the state, not the basketball team, sir.
So you regret it now. Okay.
So that's even worse, I think.
How dare you?
Kentucky.
How dare you? You all come over from your New Japan fan site and you hang out here.
What even is a Kentucky? I mean,
NJPWMecca.com.
Let's talk about some New Japan. I think Okada won a match today. I don't know.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. We ran results.
Hey,
let's talk about Ring of Honor, though. Hey,
Ring of Honor.
We got some time.
Ring of Honor is also a thing. Sean, did you know that Broken Matt Hardy is a Ring of Honor tag team champion?
He is.
Did you know who his partner is?
Maxwell?
No, it's his brother Jeff Hardy.
That's news.
Put it on the front page. No one seems to be talking about this. They're the tag team champions of the Midwest and Eastern coast of the United States.
I think they won the Mid-Atlantic Championships.
Sure, maybe. I don't know. I know that you got a whole bunch of belts all over the place, and they're going to have to give them up on April 2nd.
Sounds like fake news.
You know what doesn't? You know what also sounds like fake news is Dave Meltzer running out there saying that Matt Hardy is going to be in Ring of Honor for a long, long time. Can we talk about how he's not? He's not.
He's not going to be. He's not going to be.
He's not.
Maybe a month.
He's not. He's just not.
Most people that do don't take trips to Pittsburgh.
He trademarked the name though this week. He should have. He trademarked the Broken Matt Hardy. Good luck TNA on that one.
Yeah.
Can you imagine can you imagine the WWF staff writing that character?
Well, no, because it's not going to happen. I mean, broken Matt Hardy dies on April 1st. He dies on April 1st. Teenage heartthrob Matt Hardy returns on April 2nd.
I don't know, man.
You think Broken Matt shows? You think ever we see Broken Matt in WWE?
I think repaired Matt.
Okay. Repaired Matt. Yeah.
Repaired
Okay.
Matt.
Yeah, repaired Matt.
How long does Bully Ray last in Ring of Honor?
A couple months.
I say he's working Final Battle. So what, we got 8, we got 10 months. I think he's in a prominent match at Final Battle, whatever that may be, who knows, but I think he's in a prominent match at Final Battle. I think he gets an ROH title shot.
Oh yeah, I think it is too.
I mean, for sure. I mean, who else he got? And hell, I think that title shot's going to be against Christopher Daniels. That's right, you heard it here first.
It should be.
Christopher Daniels winning that ROH championship. I think he is.
He should.
No, what really makes is when Rob points the pen at the camera. That's what really makes it right there. Is you know he's being serious.
I need something to let the viewers know that I'm serious.
You're pointing at the WrestleMania sign with the pen. That's what it is.
I got the WrestleMania sign right behind the camera.
WrestleMania. Yes.
Right behind the camera is the clock door.
He's like that Forbes guy that I trolled the other day who has the marker in all of his photos and says Roman Reigns should tag team with Baron Corbin if he wants to get over, and flips the friggin' marker at the thing. Weird. I remember one guy used to run around with a pencil in his ear. Like, I don't get the prop gimmick. I don't get it. Doing the podcast with the little gimmicks, the hats, all that stuff. I don't get it. Like, who needs gimmicks?
I would never. Hold on, you did a podcast with Vince Russo, who did all gimmick on his stuff. So
that's not true. He's legitimately that way.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone would ever use a hat, for example, just because you use that example as a gimmick for a podcast. I don't know who would ever do that. It's silly. It's silly and it's unwarranted. Nice glasses, by the way, Mr. Prop King Sean Ross. Props.
I would never do that.
They don't even look real.
Somebody says Vince Russo lives in a cabin now. He does live in a cabin in Indiana.
Hey, I wonder if he was at SmackDown tonight.
You gonna hang out with him?
No, I don't. I wasn't planning on it, but if I do, I'm gonna pitch a podcast for him, and then when he asks me, how much he wants to get paid, I'll be like, never mind, bro.
Are you gonna go smoke kush with him?
No, because I don't touch the stuff. Kids stay in school.
Well, guys, this is a wonderful show.
I'm just losing it. I'm sorry.
You guys hear that? You guys hear that in the background? You guys hear all that? It sounds like Baron Corbin truffling through some backstage equipment. I don't know.
So you mean to tell me you wouldn't go below tall chronic with Vince Russo?
I don't know what any of that meant. Is that some Kentucky slang that you're throwing at me? Because I don't know. I mean, I grew up in Florida, the real South. I don't know any about this Kentucky jargon.
You mean to tell me
why is every podcast
you wouldn't put Vince Russo in the dank statement?
I heard Russo in there. I don't know what the other words were, but I assume no. I assume if you're asking me if I would do something with Vince Russo, the answer is probably going to be no. I don't know.
You mean you're sitting there and telling me that you wouldn't do a podcast about smoking marijuana with Vince and call yourself the Dro that runs the show?
No, I would call myself Matt Riddle.
That doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, if you're talking to me about getting high on a podcast, whoa, Chicago Justice is on.
Matt has never. I don't think Matt even knows what marijuana is. I'm pretty sure Matt has never.
Did you guys see that Baron Corbin segment tonight?
I've been on this podcast for 2 weeks, and I've just sat here watching it go off the rails week after week.
So you mean to tell me
you hated Pulp Fiction? I can't believe that.
I did. I didn't like it.
I've never seen it. How was it?
Don't watch it. Don't watch it if you haven't watched it. It's terrible. It's not terrible. It's overrated.
Okay.
I'll give it that. Are you trying to figure out a new prop there, Rob? I see you. We all see you.
I don't have any props. I don't know anything.
What is that, your bong?
Nope. I don't know what that is. I don't do anything like that. I eat oranges. I ate 4 oranges before I came on the air with you. If it seems like I'm a little upbeat and kind of hyper, it's because I have a whole lot of oranges in me.
Well, you're not going to get sick. You have your vitamin C.
I do vitamin C. Like, I over intake the vitamin C. I just want to make sure that my eyesight is good. I don't know if that's real. I want to make sure I'm healthy and vibrant because we got a busy time coming up. We're less than a month away now, Sean Ross Sapp, from WrestleMania. Hallelujah. Yeah,
You have a sign.
there's a lot going on. It's a big time. It's a big time. You know, we got to prep for WrestleMania.
I need to superimpose a WrestleMania sign up where the little Fightful is. That's something I'm going to get the tech team to work on tomorrow. Actually,
Let's all
Watch
point at
this.
the sign.
I'm gonna help Sean Ross Sapp. You know what else would make him very hyper is stuff from On It.
that was a horrible segue. You
Do
should
the
be
plug.
ashamed of
You
yourself.
can't do the plug at the end of the show, Jeff. Someone cut this guy's mic off. Cut him off.
This is disgusting, Jeff. You think you can come on here on this show where me and Rob are trying to be professionals?
I'm
We're
trying.
trying to be serious.
I'm
We're
doing
trying
the
to hold
best
the
job I
show
can.
together here.
Jimmy's already gonna have my legs broken for a second week of this podcast going off the rails.
You don't want to mess with the Canadian mafia.
I don't. In either
You don't
French
want
or
to turn
English.
into an SOS slap on sight situation if you cross that border.
At
just let
Shake Them Ropes. At Shake Them Ropes on Twitter. You can follow the podcast Shake Them Ropes on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and Baron Corbin's iPhone. He's a listener to the show. I've had it confirmed.
Guys, subscribe to us, YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher. We'll probably get on TuneIn Radio.
Not at this rate.
How are you not?
Not at this
How are
rate.
you not on TuneIn Radio? We were on TuneIn Radio like 2 years ago. I mean, come on.
Well, if a New Japan fan site can get on there.
They can get on iHeart. We're still trying to do that.
But it's happening.
Oh,
Well, guys, subscribe.
the pen came out.
Subscribe to Fightful.com. I interviewed Jim Ross today. You guys head over, check that out, Fightful.com. It's on our YouTube, by the way. Also, it's on our iTunes and Stitcher, so you can check that out there. We talk about Ring of Honor, New Japan, Impact Wrestling, Josh Barnett, Kenny Omega. We do not talk about Dank. Didn't happen. But, guys, subscribe,
Yes.
like, thumbs up. Leave us a nice review on iTunes. That stuff helps. Rob?
End the
Robert.
show!
No. We're early. We're 10 minutes early.
Yeah, Rob.
The wedding ring I
Cut the
bought.
show off. Maybe the people want questions.
Oh, God, do they?
Why does Rob like Chicago Justice and Chicago Fire and Chicago Pizza and whatever the hell
Well,
else
because
is
they're
on?
quality television programs. And also, we're on the air already? I thought this was the pre-show production meeting.
Has John Cena's character been killed yet?
Oh, yesterday. No, he hasn't, by the way. But, man,
Spoiler alert.
John Cena had to arrest a former colleague the other day on Chicago Justice. Oh, man. I also would like you to know that they've aired now 3 episodes of Chicago Justice within a 6-day span. That's right, 6 days. They've aired
Burning
3
them off. That
episodes.
means they're going to cancel it.
It kind of
Bad
feels like
sign.
they're burning them off. I don't
They're
like
burning
it.
them off.
I
No,
don't
that's a
like
bad
it.
sign.
Yeah, it is a bad sign. It is a bad sign. But Last Man on Earth came back the other night. Last Man on Earth, good stuff.
Jimmy Van, I'm sorry.
So am I. I was going to apologize first.
This is what happens. You know, I complain a lot about Raw being a 3-hour show, but it fills the hour that I talk on a podcast.
They should have never given you a sight, Sean. Never given you a sight. This is what it turns into.
Guys, we're